People are getting cancer at younger ages than ever before, but which cancers are becoming more common in those under 50? Let's find out. Cancer is the second leading cause of death worldwide, accounting for nearly 10 million deaths each year. It is a disease characterized by the uncontrolled growth and spread of abnormal cells. Cancer can affect almost any part of the body, and there are over 100 different types of cancer. While cancer is most common in older people, it can also occur in younger individuals. Cancer rates among people under the age of 50 have been on the rise in recent years. According to a report from the American Cancer Society, the age-adjusted incidence rate of cancer in adults younger than 50 has increased by about 2% per year since 2000. This trend has been observed in both men and women and across various ethnic groups. Several factors contribute to this increase in cancer rates among younger individuals. One factor is the aging of the population. As people live longer, they have more time to accumulate the genetic and lifestyle-related risk factors that can lead to cancer. Another factor is the adoption of Western diets high in processed meats and low in fruits and vegetables, which has become more common in many parts of the world. Obesity is also a risk factor for several types of cancer, and it has become more prevalent in younger people. Certain viruses such as human papillomavirus, HPV, and hepatitis B and C viruses, HBV and HCV, can also cause cancer. And exposure to these viruses has become more common in some parts of the world. Now let's take a look at the specific types of cancer that are becoming more common in people under the age of 50. Colorectal cancer is one type of cancer that has been increasing in younger people. Colorectal cancer is a disease in which cancer cells form in the tissues of the colon or rectum. According to a study published in the journal Gut, the incidence of colorectal cancer in people under the age of 50 has doubled since the 1990s. This increase has been particularly pronounced in people under the age of 45. Some studies suggest that this increase may be due to changes in diet and lifestyle, including a high intake of processed meat and a low intake of fiber-rich foods. Breast cancer is another type of cancer that has been diagnosed in younger women at an increasing rate. Breast cancer is a disease in which cancer cells form in the tissues of the breast. According to the American Cancer Society, breast cancer is the second most common cancer in women after skin cancer. While breast cancer is most common in women over the age of 50, younger women are also at risk. In fact, the incidence of breast cancer in women under the age of 40 has been increasing in recent years. Some studies suggest that this increase may be due to factors such as obesity, alcohol consumption, and exposure to certain hormones such as estrogen. Prostate cancer is a type of cancer that affects the prostate gland in men. According to the American Cancer Society, prostate cancer is the second most common cancer in men, after lung cancer. Prostate cancer is most common in men over the age of 65, but it can also occur in younger men. In fact, according to a study published in the journal JAMA Oncology, the incidence of prostate cancer in men under the age of 40 has increased by nearly 200% since the 1990s. The reasons for this increase are not clear, but it has been suggested that factors such as obesity and high levels of prostate-specific antigen, PSA, may play a role. Stomach cancer is a type of cancer that affects the stomach. According to the World Health Organization, stomach cancer is the fifth most common cancer worldwide, and it is most common in Japan, China, and South Korea. Stomach cancer is typically associated with chronic infection with Helicobacter pylori, H. pylori, a type of bacteria that lives in the stomach. According to a study published in the journal Clinical Gastroenterology and Hepatology, the incidence of stomach cancer in people under the age of 50 has been increasing in the United States, although it remains relatively rare. Liver cancer is a type of cancer that affects the liver. According to the American Cancer Society, liver cancer is the third most common cancer worldwide, and it is most common in men. Liver cancer is typically associated with chronic viral infections of the liver, such as HBV and HCV, as well as with cirrhosis of the liver, a condition in which healthy liver tissue is replaced with scar tissue. According to a study published in the journal Hepatology, the incidence of liver cancer in people under the age of 50 has been increasing in the United States. This increase has been particularly pronounced in people who were born in Asia. Pancreatic cancer is a type of cancer that affects the pancreas. According to the American Cancer Society, pancreatic cancer is the third most common cancer worldwide, and it is the most common cause of death from cancer in the United States. Pancreatic cancer is typically diagnosed in people over the age of 65, but younger people can also develop the disease. According to a study published in the journal JAMA, the incidence of pancreatic cancer in people under the age of 50 has been increasing in the United States. The reasons for this increase are not clear, but it has been suggested that factors such as obesity and smoking may play a role. Endometrial cancer is a type of cancer that affects the uterus. According to the American Cancer Society, endometrial cancer is the most common cancer of the female reproductive organs. Endometrial cancer is typically diagnosed in postmenopausal women. However, younger women can also develop the disease. According to a study published in the journal Obstetrics and Gynecology, the incidence of endometrial cancer in women under the age of 45 has been increasing in the United States. This increase has been particularly pronounced in women who are overweight or obese. Thyroid cancer is a type of cancer that affects the thyroid gland in the neck. According to the American Thyroid Association, thyroid cancer is the most common cancer of the endocrine system, which is the group of glands that produce hormones. Thyroid cancer is typically diagnosed in women, and it is most common in people under the age of 60. However, younger people can also develop the disease. According to a study published in the journal JAMA Network Open, the incidence of thyroid cancer in people under the age of 35 has been increasing in the United States. This increase has been particularly pronounced in women. Bladder cancer is a type of cancer that affects the bladder. According to the American Cancer Society, bladder cancer is the most common cancer of the urinary tract. Bladder cancer is typically diagnosed in people over the age of 55, but younger people can also develop the disease. According to a study published in the journal European Urology, the incidence of bladder cancer in people under the age of 50 has been increasing in Europe. This increase has been particularly pronounced in men. Kidney cancer is a type of cancer that affects the kidneys. According to the American Cancer Society, kidney cancer is the most common cancer of the kidney. Kidney cancer is typically diagnosed in people over the age of 65, but younger people can also develop the disease. According to a study published in the journal Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology, the incidence of kidney cancer in people under the age of 50 has been increasing in the United States. This increase has been particularly pronounced in men. A new study now sheds light on how fast cancer is developing in people under 50 years of age. Researchers examined data from the Surveillance, Epidemiology, and End Results Program, which collects data on cancer incidence and mortality in the U.S. They analyzed data from more than 13 million people under 50 who were diagnosed with cancer between 2010 and 2019. They found that the most common cancers in this age group were colorectal cancer, breast cancer, and prostate cancer. The study also found that the incidence of cancer in people under 50 has been increasing in recent years. Between 2010 and 2019, there was a 2.4% increase in cancer rates per year. The researchers noted that this increase was particularly pronounced in people under the age of 45. They also found that the most common cancer in men under 50 was prostate cancer, while the most common cancer in women under 50 was breast cancer. In addition to colorectal cancer, breast cancer, and prostate cancer, other types of cancer that were relatively common in people under 50 included stomach cancer, liver cancer, pancreatic cancer, thyroid cancer, bladder cancer, and kidney cancer. These types of cancer have been increasing in younger people due to a variety of factors. Colorectal cancer rates are thought to be increasing because of changes in diet and lifestyle, such as consuming a high intake of processed meat and low intake of fiber-rich foods. Breast cancer rates may be increasing because of factors like obesity, alcohol consumption, and hormone exposure. Prostate cancer rates may be increasing because of factors such as obesity and high levels of prostate-specific antigen. Stomach cancer rates may be increasing because of chronic infection with Helicobacter pylori. Liver cancer rates may be increasing because of chronic viral infections of the liver, such as HPV and HCV. Pancreatic cancer rates may be increasing because of obesity and smoking. Thyroid cancer rates may be increasing because of iodine deficiency and exposure to radiation. Bladder cancer rates may be increasing because of smoking and exposure to chemicals. Kidney cancer rates may be increasing because of obesity and smoking. So, which types of cancer are becoming more common in people under 50? Well, we'll tell you all about that, and more only if you stay tuned until the end of the video. Do not go away. We have important information for you. Thanks for watching.